That's really why satiety is important when you're looking for foods that you eat. You want to look for foods where you will not be hungry, where you will not feel hungry, where you will feel full longer. And when you feel full longer, then you don't need to eat as much as you would normally eat. But if you're living off that bag of chips, then the chances are that you're going to suddenly feel hungry, soon after that, and you're going to maybe eat the candy bar, and then you eat the candy bar, and then you feel hungry after that, and it just keeps going and going and going. Hi, this is Anita from the Reluctant Low Carb Life. Today I want to talk about satiety. Satiety is about how full a food makes you feel. So obviously, when you are eating or on a diet, you want to be able to eat those foods that will make you feel full so you won't feel hungry. And so satiety is the type of foods that you eat and which foods that you eat can make you hungrier faster. So some of the foods with the lowest satiety, this won't surprise you at all, are things like sugary drinks, potato chips, and chocolate. And that could be why, like after you eat a bag of potato chips, suddenly maybe an hour later you're like, oh, I'm so hungry. I still need to eat some more. And so you go and you eat something else, and hence you're eating more food than what you need because you didn't eat something that fills you up the first time around. Those are also foods that are high in calories. A short time after eating them, you will feel hungry. Eating one candy bar is not the problem as much as when you eat a lot of candy, which is high in calorie foods. And then you keep getting hungry and hungry and hungry because you're eating foods that are not filling you up, so you're constantly feeling hungry. That's one problem with these foods, is that you want to be able to eat foods that will make you feel full. It's also one of the benefits in the keto and the low carb diet, because you're eating foods like meats, you're eating some of the creams, you're eating some of the fats, you're eating vegetables. All of those things can help your satiety. It can help you feel full. You eat them, you don't need to eat as much, you don't feel as hungry. I had an example of this the other week. This last Saturday, I made a keto lasagna. I went on to the diet doctor. I found this, what I thought was really a great recipe. It took a while to make, but it really was a very good recipe. It was by a Swedish food blogger had made the recipe. And, the lasagna had in it, it had like cauliflower, I made into a type of sort of bread, but it, of course, didn't have any bread in it or no carbs in it. It was basically, cauliflower and some cheese and egg that I baked. And then I, had some meat with some different seasonings in it and had a cream sauce. And I ate it like at 1:00, and I was not hungry all day because that filled me up. That and a salad filled me up, and I didn't need to eat any more for the day. In fact, I didn't eat anything until the next day. I started getting hungry about 11 a.m. or so in the morning, and then I had something to eat. That was because that food really filled me up, and I didn't need to eat anymore, and that was really my only meal for the whole day. That's really why satiety is important when you're looking for foods that you eat. You want to look for foods where you will not be hungry, where you will not feel hungry, where you will feel full longer. And when you feel full longer, then you don't need to eat as much as you would normally eat. But if you're living off that bag of chips, then the chances are that you're going to suddenly feel hungry, soon after that, and you're going to maybe eat the candy bar, and then you eat the candy bar, and then you feel hungry after that, and it just keeps going and going and going. And that's why after you eat these foods, you don't feel full and you continue to feel hungry. No one has ever gotten fat by eating too much broccoli. One reason that, unlike chocolate potato chips, broccoli is a high satiety food. In other words, when you eat broccoli, you will feel full. No one has ever gotten fat by eating too much broccoli or too much cauliflower or too much good vegetables. Some of the foods that you should avoid, and these are foods that should be avoided too on the keto and low carb diet, is baked goods, sugary drinks, candy, sugary cereals. That's why we need a sugary cereal. When you look at the servings, what they say the servings are, nobody eats what the servings are because the servings are so little that if they ate what just the servings are, they would certainly be super, super hungry. Instead, they're eating much more. And that's why sometimes when you have the sugary cereals, you can be eating those and suddenly it's like, oh my goodness, I ate like half the box. I ate the whole box almost already. Potatoes and other chips, crackers, So there are many healthy, alternatives to these foods that you can eat. And among one of them is just the keto and the low carb diet. If you eat that diet, you will feel full longer. You will not have to eat as much, and it will just help your overall health. If you'd like to find more, we have a link to a podcast below that is about this, that you can find out more about what it means to have the lowest satiety in your food and which foods you should avoid and why. This is Anita from Reluctant Low Carb Life. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate you, our listeners. And we'd like to also thank our technical team, and particularly Rico, for help making this possible. We know that all of you help make this possible. Thank you so much.